All right. All right, friends. All right, family. Y'all come on into the room. It is 5 o'clock Western, 8 o'clock Eastern. Y'all get on in here. I got a good word for you. For 15 minutes, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Come on into the room. All right. Where are we? Last week, what did we talk about? Pursuit. That's what we talked about. Pursuit. What are you in pursuit of? Dreams begin to crystallize when you actively pursue it. All right, so now tonight's question, but what if you don't feel like you got any dreams or vision? What about that? What is we pursuing if I don't have anything to pursue? So you think. That's a hard question, y'all. That's a hard question because I was there for a while. I was like, I ain't got no dream, I ain't got no vision. But let's get into it. So today's topic is how it all began. How did I get here? How did this all begin? So in an article that I just recently read, written by James Norwick, it says fear, past failures, and people associated with you can kill your dreams and visions for sure. What does that mean? How many of us may have had some dreams or some visions, but something along the way sort of kind of sniped them dreams and visions out? What happened? Huh? What happened? I want to tell you a story. Picture it. 1985, on a fall rainy day, there's a child sitting under the desk quietly, playing with a ruler and a pencil. While the teacher is discussing geometrical shapes, children can be heard talking to each other. Some are laughing, some are moving about the room, and some are asking to go to the bathroom. Ain't nobody got time to listen to no geometrical shapes. The teacher can be heard raising her voice in frustration, yet still trying to explain 2D and 3D shapes. The teacher then turned and walked to the back of the class, bent down and forcefully told the child that was sitting under the desk quietly to get up with their stupid fat self. They wouldn't be much anyway. The child got up and sat with their head down the remainder of the day. I can tell you with certainty that child made it, but not without some serious snake eggs hatching and wreaking terrible havoc on their life along the way. Guess what? I'm that child. I bet you saying, what? Shiver me timbers? A teacher said that to a student? Child, yeah, they say all kinds of things to students. You may not say it with your lips, but your actions might be telling them kids, I don't want to be with you. I want you to go on about your business. Leave me be, because I don't want anything to do with you. For whatever the case may be, the kiddos will pick up on that. But for this particular situation, it was me and it was told. It was said directly. Wow, what a story. Who would remember? I was a second grader then. My light had been dimmed, but it wasn't put out. Although that was the devil's plan, to put out my light, put out whatever I felt I needed to do, or wherever it is I felt I needed to go. It was his plan to stomp it out. But that's not what happened. So I tell you folks, words are seeds. What seeds are being planted in the minds of our scholars today? So in that particular case, that was a teacher. How many parents are stumping out their child's light? I understand it. Kiddos get on your nerves. They doing all types of devilment, and you are like, look, but if you're calling them stupid and SOBs, that's all they're going to be. That's because that's all they hear. That's all they hear. I was in the grocery store the other day, and I could hear this parent. Good night. She was going in on her little girl. And the little girl was tenacious. She just kept at it. She wanted, what was that thing she was looking for? Child, she was looking at some, what you call those things? The little Lunchables. But her mother was going in on her. My heart broke. I'm looking like, Lord Jesus, I hope she stopped talking to her like that. But the little girl kept going. You know what that told me? I hear this all the time, and I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. But what is that really doing in the long run? All right, so back to my situation. That teacher's ill-advised comments could have destroyed me for sure, which is what the devil's plan was. What actually happened was I developed a mind that at all costs, I would make it. I could show you better than I could tell you. So my question to you today is, how many of you have had your dreams and visions sniped out? Just pew, just shot right out, and you don't know when or how it happened. Was it when you were a child? Was it along the way as you were growing up? When did it happen? When did you feel like, I don't have any real dreams and I don't have any vision? Back to that article by James Norwick. He says that fear, past performance, and people can be dream killers. If you're constantly hearing something negative, that is what permeates in your system. Unless you got something else going on and you're like, no, I'm going to. But even the strongest person falls prey. Just go ahead and ask Brother Job. Anyways, I digress. Anyways, so for me, I had to dig deep. I had to dig deep into the word of God. What did he say about me? And it didn't always come at once. Matter of fact, none of it came at once. Some of it was in bits and parts. And some of it I wasn't even sure if I believed. That's a problem. What do you believe? Do you believe you won't be? You won't have? It will never happen? Or do you believe what God says for you in Jeremiah 29:11? He knows the plans that he has for us. Each and every last one of us, even myself, he knows the plans. He knows those plans. I tell parents, be mindful what you say to your kids, even in frustration. I tell educators, it may not be the harsh words you say, but it could be the little things you do to the kids. I understand that children have the propensity to drive you bonkers if you let them. There are things and forces going on in this atmosphere that we don't know what's happening with these here kids. We got kids showing up to the schoolhouse thinking that it's okay to hurt other people because they've been hurt. It ain't okay. It's not okay today. It's not okay tomorrow. It's not okay next week. But how do we reach those kids? Whose voice are they hearing the loudest? How do we tap in? So my question to you is, how many of you have had your dreams and visions sniped out? What is it that you are trying to achieve today? Is there anything that you're trying to achieve today? because we're in pursuit of our greatness, because it's in all of us. It is. Then, while I was doing some digging, and I went back into my word, and I looked at Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2:23 says to write the vision and make it plain, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet at the appointed time, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it. Some of us have had our lights dimmed out, and we feel like I don't have any. Yes, there's something there. Seek the Lord. Ask him, what is his vision for you? Ask him, and he will tell you. For some people, this may be a little much. Tasha, Dr. Scott, what I was talking about today? I'm talking about writing the vision and making it plain. Many of us have lost the vision. We have lost the dreams. We have lost the what is the purpose? Nothing seems to be going right. Nothing's going right for me. Nothing's going right anywhere. Nothing goes right. But what is the vision? Pursue it. Because we're still talking about that. We're still talking about that. Whatever you pursue, it crystallizes. What are you pursuing? What positivity are you pursuing? For me, it's how many children can I reach? How many minds and hearts can I change? That story alone could have destroyed me. But then I figured it out. What is my purpose? I figured that, okay, so these things has happened to me. They did happen. How many children can I stop that from happening to? So if you change your mind and you change your heart, those things fix themselves. How many children can I reach to let them know, hey, baby, you know what? Greatness is in you. So I see that you are hollering and screaming in this room, but what we're not going to do is have you throwing chairs and all the kids is running for their lives. That's not what us doing. That's not what us doing. My question is, what went wrong? And where did it go wrong? Some of those kiddos are going to go home and get cussed out, beat up too. And at school, they know who likes them and who doesn't. And then after a while, I don't care shows up. I'll do this anyway to get what I feel I need. That's not, it breaks my heart. That's all I can tell you. Because I've seen it in the classrooms. I've seen it in the schools. And it breaks my heart. Because it feels like, God, surely I could reach that kid. Some of them not even on my caseload. But I try to figure out, this one is crying for help. But it goes right back to when I thought I had no purpose and I had no vision. Every little thing that I did that helped a child was leading me closer and closer to my purpose. And I didn't even know it. I just felt like, well, I'll just do this with these here kids because kids like me and I like the kids. So whatever. Everybody always having kids. I'll always be gainfully employed. Somebody got a kid somewhere. I don't know. I'm going to be watching the kids. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I thought. But the funny thing about life is when you seek the Lord, he will make those paths straight. They were crooked. My path, I was here, there, and everywhere, bouncing all over the place. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Not really thinking about what you doing. I know what I'm doing now. But I have tagged the article by James Norwick in this video. If anybody would like to download a copy and see what he has to say about it, by all means, go ahead and get yourself a free copy of it. It's a very interesting read if you're somebody who is looking for dreams and visions. How do you find your dream in your vision? Why do you feel like you're out here just existing? Not if God has come so that we might have life and have it more abundantly. I'm sorry, that's not very abundant if you feel like you just existing. I'm just saying. I mean, hey, but I want to do more than just exist. Yes? All right, my friends, that is my time. But I want to leave you with find your purpose. Get the vision, write it, make it plain. Talk to the Lord about it. Ask him, what does he see for you? Asking you shall receive if you truly care. Some people have felt that this is the best that they can do with what they're doing. It's not the best you can do because greatness is in you. If you don't feel like you can see your greatness, by all means, you need to pursue it. So I'm going to continue to pursue my greatness. But one thing I want to ask you all to do me a favor. If anything that I say makes sense to you, or you feel somebody else may benefit, do me a favor and go ahead and hit share. Go ahead and share this here video. It don't cost you anything. It's free. Just share it. Even if you don't listen to it, just share it. I'm making an ask. Share it. But next week's topic is vulnerability. And it's all going to tie back to how did I get here? So next week's topic is vulnerability. And we're going to see how that little snake egg started to hatch. And then what happened. All right, my friends. Y'all all have the most amazing evening. I'll talk to you next week. Share the video.